Hi everyone, this is Verma and I'm a product designer who is living in Dubai. And I just keep talking about different aspects of product design, product, business, philosophy, and some of the interesting things that I see and observe while I travel to the different parts of the world. Today, the video is going to be one of the most interesting ones because many people have just demanded this thing that you need to make more videos on the observation of designs that you kind of make when you travel to the different parts of the world. So yeah, today the video that I'm going to make and the observations that I'm going to share is going to be about a trip that I made to the northeast of India. And this time it was Meghalaya and Assam. There were many amazing things that I looked at, and you, I think, are going to be very amazed by some of the things that I observed. Many of the things might also strike some of the conversations, so do feel comfortable in just sharing your thoughts in the comment section. And I would really love to have more conversation on those things that I see. So just stay tuned for more observation like this. Okay, so the first thing that I would want to talk about is that the trip started on a pretty high note, because when I was going through the flight, I luckily met Sunil Shetty over there. So Sunil Shetty, if many of you would not know, is like one of the most famous football players. He was also a captain of the Indian football team, and I met him there because the team was going to Guwahati for the football match back then. So I was lucky enough to maybe just click a photo with him. So that is how it started on a high note. So please just ignore my eyes. My eyes were just completely filled with the sleep because I was not able to sleep properly. It was a pretty morning flight that I had catch. So first thing that I observed was in Guwahati especially, or maybe like in a Meghalaya also, what I observed was that the liquor shops were not really there with the name of liquor shop. Like what commonly we see is that people open the liquor shops with like wine and beer shop or alcohol shop, something like that, right? But in Meghalaya, you will see that almost all the alcohol shops have shop open and open shop written over them. It's pretty interesting because like I don't know why they just do not blatantly use the word of wine and beer. There must be some cultural reasons for this thing, but this is very interesting thing that I observed. Like next time if you are going to Meghalaya, just do have a look at it. That people are just simply writing shop open or open shop when it is a alcohol shop. It's like a code name for an alcohol shop. So that was an interesting observation. Second thing that I observed was, now this was like literally one of the classic examples of culture-based design. So in Meghalaya, if you would see that it rains a lot, right? And most of the people over there are doing the agriculture thing or just day-to-day things also. Basically, they are not doing the things just sitting at their home, most of the people, right? So they have to go out. But since it is raining most of the time, so they can get wet. Now, if you want to work, you need to have both of your hands free. Now, if you have both of your hands free, how will you hold the umbrella? So they designed a very interesting and indigenous design solution, which is what they call Knup, right? So Knup is just basically this bamboo made thing. It also uses some jute. Now why? Because bamboo and jute is grown a lot in Meghalaya. So it's an indigenous design solution, and the way you see the shape of it is designed. It is in a way that you can just put it over your head and you can just bend down and keep doing whatever you want to do, right? Such an amazing design solution. It is completely indigenously designed. I would not say that anybody can come up and claim that this is a design made by me. This is the kind of design which is made over time, tested over time, and then made into one thing. So this was a really amazing observation for me as a designer. Another thing, many meat shops over there. Now, since I come up from the northern side of India, it is a little uncommon for me to see a lot of meat shops around me. Obviously, there are. But in northern part of the India, you will not find that much of meat shops over there. Now when I am traveling to other parts of the world, I am getting to know that it is obviously pretty prevalent in other parts of the world. But for me, it was a new thing. So new thing as in like I do not really see it every day. So in northeast, since most of the people are eating non-veg, so it is pretty prevalent over there. Also, you will find some very weird kind of animals being eaten there also, like rabbit, snakes also. So I have seen these things also being sold in the market. So that is the thing. Obviously it is completely open to their culture. Maybe it is okay in their culture to eat all of these things, but maybe some of the people can find it a little weird. So just keeping that thing in concern. Second thing is Assam oil and not Indian oil. So Assam oil as a brand is something that I saw for the first time. And interestingly, since in Assam the oil is digged, there is a place, Big Boy, yeah, Big Boy is over there, and the oil is extracted out from there only. So you will find Assam oil there more than Indian oil or any other bigger chain of petroleum. So that is also interesting thing. The toilet use and pay are very common. So now in other parts of the India, you might not see this thing very prevalent, which is paying for your urinal. Obviously there are like in the bigger metros or like these places, but most of these places are kind of free. But you will see over here that it is written use and pay, all the places. Obviously it is okay that you have to pay for the public convenience, but they do not really provide any kind of convenience over there, to be honest. It's sometimes just a wall that you're going and you are just urinating. So that's not really, I would say, a very good experience. But yeah, use and pay is something which I saw pretty common over there. Then is so many small cars like Alto, Maruti 800 and modified tires. So this is also something that I saw in other hilly areas of India also, that over there these small cars are more prevalent. What I have maybe seen is that for the balancing of the car, maybe these kind of small cars are helpful, and even they are modified, their tires are modified because it helps in balancing the car in these high terrain or these high altitude curves in these places. So this is also one interesting thing. There's a very interesting article which is already written by Business Standard, which was Meghalaya and modified automobiles and age-old love affair lifestyle feature. So you can just have a look at this article. Also, it talks more about this particular thing that I observed. So yeah, this is one more thing. Okay, so many caves in Meghalaya. Okay, so I have been to different parts of India till now, and I've not seen this many caves anywhere. Like you are literally just going from one place to another on road, and you will just see caves very casually. And caves as a concept is pretty new to me because I have not seen caves too much. Okay. And Meghalaya, in Meghalaya you will find many caves. Like many of the caves are also taken care of by government also. You can just take ticket and visit those caves also. There are many scenic caves over there also. But most of the caves you will find are pretty casual. You can just drive from one place to another. You can see a cave. You can stop there. You can just visit that cave also. Obviously it's not safe to go there. You can find some bats or some other animals over there. So just be safe for that. But it is pretty casual over there. So caves are pretty common over there. Now this kind of makes me question the geographic history of this place. There's a article over there which I have mentioned, which is which kind of helps you understand how exactly caves are made. So if you would see the geographical history of this place, you will start to understand that why there are so many caves over there. So again, interesting observation. Too many ORS being sold. So ORS is nothing but just for hydration. It's like an electrolyte kind of thing. And to be honest, it did not really make that much sense to me because it was not too much humid over there, and I don't really think that people would really be affected by hydration over there because I was not. But maybe it is because of the time that I visited. I visited in March. Maybe it is not that much humid over there and people do not sweat too much. So maybe ORS is not required. But out of all other places that I went to, this was actually a place where there was too much ORS being sold. And there are certain companies obviously which sell you these ORS, and those companies are prevalent over there. So yeah, this is also one of the interesting observations. Another one very you can say driver centric design or rider centric design. If you will see some normal rickshaws over there, you will see that there is a shed over the head of the rider also, like the person who is helping you go from one place to another. So this design is kind of looking at the convenience of the rider also. Since it rains a lot in the Middle East, like in Assam or in Meghalaya, so they have these designs made in a way that all the people who are riding or just sitting as a passenger should be safe from the rain. So this is again a very interesting design solution that I saw. A lot of supari. Okay, so if you'll go there, you will see supari being sold or supari being let's say grown very casually. Like if you will go in south, you will see coconuts, and in some other place you will find some other fruit, but in northeast supari is like very prevalent. Like I was also talking to one of the locals over there. They said like when it's a season, people are more involved in the tourist kind of thing, which is maybe riding the boat or in the hotel business or as a restaurant business. But after the season, almost all these people go into the supari cultivation thing. So supari cultivation is like one of the biggest, I would say, economic source for this particular place. Local time often being caught to be in Bangladesh due to signals. So since this place is very very close, like we went to Dawki. Dawki is literally on the border of Bangladesh and India. In Dawki, it is very very prevalent that sometimes we caught, like our mobiles caught the time of Bangladesh rather than of India. This actually made a lot of confusion because there is a half an hour difference in the time. So one moment you see that it is 2:13 right now, and just second moment you see it is 2:43. You're like, where did half an hour go? You have no idea about it. But then you see, okay, so maybe my phone caught the signal of Bangladesh at this point of time. So this was an interesting problem maybe that we saw, because it really confused us. And maybe it is pretty prevalent in other parts of the border countries also, but this was the first time that I was experiencing this thing. Okay, so pathar trucks. So what exactly pathar? Like stone and rocks. So there's a very very big business of rocks which is from India to Bangladesh. It's like a very very big export which happens. So in Meghalaya there are a lot of rocks which are cultivated, or you can say taken from the mountains, and those are sold to Bangladesh for their day-to-day things of rock making things. It's like a raw product for them. Is it really a good thing? I'm not really very sure, because there's a very interesting article written by Shota Taneja. I will just put the link of this in the description below also. You can just have a look at it on the screen also, which is a rape of Meghalaya, which is kind of true, because if you see the kind of ecological degradation which is happening in that place because of no environmental laws is pretty concerning. So yep, this is also one factor which is happening pretty openly, and government is earning just money out of it. Okay, so when was the last time when you were just driving on a road, and on this side you have a different city or state or country, and on this side you have a different city, state or country? Literally, like the cars which are coming from there are in the other part of the city, and the cars which are going from here to there are on the other side. This was something which I saw in Assam and Meghalaya. You will see this photo. If you are going from this side to that side, you are on Assam, and if you are going from that side to this side, you are in Meghalaya. So you can see this on the map also. For a pretty long straight of GS road, it is over there that literally if you just cross the road, you are in the other state, right? So this was again very interesting observation that I made. Pitcher plants. One thing that I had only seen in the science books since childhood. I had never seen this plant in my real life. I had heard that it is in some of the zoos, but I had never seen it in the real life. But I went to Molinlong, which is the cleanest village of India. It is in Meghalaya, and I saw that it was pretty prevalent over there. The pitcher plant was all around. And the interesting thing about pitcher plant is that it eats insects. Like you would have heard about pitcher plant, the Venus flytrap, and these plants. I vividly remember this thing in my science book. So when I saw it for the first time, it felt like after, let's say, maybe 15 years of studying about it, I saw it for the first time in front of me. Did you watch this thing ever in your life? Just put that in your comments. I would love to know, like, when did people saw the pitcher plant for the first time in their life, or Venus flytrap for the first time in their life. Next thing is common nettle. Is very common there, as the name suggests. So what exactly common nettle is? It's a plant. It's the leaves of it have a kind of irritating element into it. So if you touch it, you might just feel some irritation in your hands. I also touched one of the leaves accidentally, and I just felt maybe I'll just lose my hand today, because it was pretty common over there. Almost everywhere you'll go, you'll see some common nettle. And I just talked to some of the locals. They just gave me some, let's say, baking soda or some basic content which I just put over there. I just rubbed it for some time, and after some time it was okay. So it is kind of a learning for you also. Like next time you are going to Meghalaya, just keep some let's say baking soda with you, or maybe you can just talk to some local person also. They might give you some chalk or some limestone or something like that. That also helps you out. But just be aware of not touching any other plant over there, so because common nettle is common there. Okay, so this was again very interesting way of serving chai I have seen this now in many other places also, but this was when I saw it for the first time. So what we generally see when we order some tea is that they just give you tea or coffee in a cup and just put it in front of you. But this place actually gave you some cute small thermoses in which there was chai, tea or coffee, whatever you can say. And whenever you want, you can just open that thermos and pour it into your cup. Now, what is the benefit of this? The chai, the tea or coffee remains hotter for longer time. Obviously, there is a little investment into it because you have to buy these small thermoses, and some people might also steal it because I've seen this thing happening. So some people might also steal it. So, but again, very good experience because we actually just got the tea and we just talked, and when we felt like having tea, then only we just poured it. So this was a good user experience, I would say, from that restaurant. Double charge for wasting food. This was like one of the key highlights of my trip because there was a restaurant which clearly stated that double charges for wasting food. A little respect for bringing food here, Mother Nature's gift and poor people's square meal. So this was when I went to Cherrapunji, and in Cherrapunji it is obviously very difficult to get food over there because it's kind of remote. There's only one single road where you have to walk, and those are just stairs. It's a very medium kind of trek that you have to do. So they have this thing very clearly written over there, like if you are in a restaurant, please don't waste food. And they are kind of have a monetary penalization on you if you're not eating your food or finishing your food properly. So I would say that it is a very bold step and a very good step because it was also effective because I did not see any person over there who was wasting food. Everybody completed their plate and ordered the food which they just wanted to have. They did not over order anything. So that was a very good impact of this thing. Ropeway in Guwahati. Okay, so now ropeway is something which is pretty prevalent in other cities also that I've gone to, but this was the first time that I've ever seen the ropeway. And Guwahati's ropeway is pretty short, but it is very well designed, I would say. Like if you'll go inside, you will have a panoramic view of the entire lake over there, and it's very beautiful to see, and it's pretty cheap also, to be honest. So if next time you're going to Guwahati, just have the experience of this ropeway. It takes you from the main city to one of the temples over there, so you can just go there, and you can also come back with the same trip also. So good experience. And now I guess newer cities like in Banaras, in Udaipur also you will see that this ropeway thing is pretty common, and even in Kashmir you will see in Gulmarg there's a gondola which is kind of similar to this thing. So not very new thing now, but when I went there it was a new kind of thing. Okay, so this was something which was a shocker for me because I always felt like Dispur and Guwahati are two different places in Assam, because people used to say that Guwahati is like the biggest city over there, but Dispur is the capital of Assam. So this is new thing to me because Dispur is literally a very small part in Guwahati itself. It's very similar to New Delhi in let's say Delhi. Delhi is a state, Delhi is a city also, but inside that there's a very small place which is New Delhi, which is actually the capital of India, not Delhi. Similarly, Dispur is a small part in Guwahati, which is the capital of Assam. Entire Guwahati is not the capital of Assam. So this was also one interesting thing that I saw. There are many other articles that I've written like this, which is like my observations when I went to IKEA, my Delhi metro observations, my Amritsar observations. I have made articles for that, and I've also made some videos about it. You can find the video. I will just put that in the I button over here, so you can have videos of other observations that I have made. Why I like these kind of videos is that this kind of makes you a curious person. Whenever you go to any of the places, you should observe those places, visit and observe. There's also a very good article that I've written which is about visit and observe. Like whenever you're going to a new place, how to observe, how to let's say understand more about that place, how to make a journal out of that, because this actually expands your thinking. That is the only main purpose of traveling to new places, right? So if you are having a good journal of that, this kind of just helps you give more examples in your next conversation, and it just enhances your experience of travel, I would say. Like if you're just going like any other tourist, just clicking your photos and all of that, like okay, if you really enjoy that, just go for it. But I am maybe a kind of person who loves to explore these kind of things whenever I travel, so I just document those things, post it on Medium, post it on LinkedIn also. Like definitely just follow me on LinkedIn, just have a look at some of these similar things that I observe whenever I go to these places. I keep making small chunks of these observations and posting on LinkedIn, so do follow me on LinkedIn also. There are other things which are on Medium, just follow that. There's some more videos on YouTube, you can have a look at that. And please just consider liking this video if you like this, and consider subscribing to this channel also, because this helps me make more videos and feel more motivated to make more videos. And whatever you felt about this video at any point of time, just leave a comment for that if you want to have more conversation about anything. So I would love to have that. And if you want to have a one-on-one call with me, you can just book that call on TopMate. Luckily, I have now made all the calls free, so you can just have a free call with me on TopMate. And that is majorly all. That was about this video. I will just keep making more such videos, and I make more such videos about what designers do, how can designers be good at their job, and all of these things. So you can just find that on my channel. That is all. Until then, until the next video, bye bye.